What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at one to watch Werner, and idiot in me, I forgot to do the squad bit of it. So I've got the clips, I just don't have the squad with him in it. Do apologise. So you will be seeing Footbin at the start and then at the end in the end review, but I think he's going to be a hell of a lot of coins, and I feel like he probably is going to be the one that goes up the most. He's had not a bad little start in terms of starting for Chelsea. He's definitely made somewhat of an appearance. I feel like he hasn't scored in the Prem yet, but I could be incorrect. But I know friendly wise, I'm pretty sure he has bagged a couple. So he's definitely putting himself in there. If we have anything to go by with his season in the Bundesliga, or few seasons in the Bundesliga, he's done very well. He's not a bad player at all. I'm hoping that he definitely does go up, because it'd be nice to see a really big German striker in the Prem. I feel like the price tag right now at 605 on the Xbox, 670 and 760 on PS4, PlayStation on PC is a lot. And I personally wouldn't buy into that hype just yet. Just because I feel like, is it worth putting 600,000 coins into a striker right now? I'm interested to know who you're actually going to get for that. So the one thing I do want to have a look at, which I will put on screen later, is let's have a look at the striker. I know this is just, we're showing just the Werner review, but I do want to see how much. We'll say 400,000 will get you. So if we go 605, we'll go with the PlayStation, the Xbox price. So striker, oh, there is none. Great. So if we go, say 200, then 200,000 to, we'll say 650, just because I know he has gone up to that. You could get Lewandowski's in form for 290. You can get 91 Van Basten for 530. Alan Shearer, Closer, Owen. You can get Aubameyang, Vardy. You get the drift. There is a lot of strikers out there. You could even get Ben Yedder and Haaland for that price. That is a lot of coins to whack into a player. And is he worth it? Is he really going to go up that much? And does his price absolutely flop if he doesn't in the next week or two? That's what I'm interested to see. If you go with this price now and then next week he gets an inform, you've probably made bank. If then he doesn't, you'll see the price lower down, and then if he doesn't again, you'll see him lower down. And the striker position, if they do two, if they do three strikers, it's very, very competitive. He's going to have to score at least 2 goals, really. Otherwise, if he scores one to watch is always, I don't know, it's not written in the rules, but they do tend to kind of shy away from the one-to-ones if they don't have a cracking performance. If he scores a goal and say no other striker scores, and he's the one that scores a goal, they'd still probably not put him in the team in a week. So it's very interesting to see that he's going to have some really big performances for Chelsea. Is he up to it? I hope so, because it would mean this card does fly up, but I don't see it happening straight away. So 605k for me is a little bit too much. In terms of the ability of him, we have done a Werner review before, which I really like this card. I think he's cracking. He's a great starter striker. The 3-star skills will be the issue later on in the game. I personally like the dribbling aspect of it, and I like the 4-star to be there. I do like 5 stars. Obviously, that is always my main choice, just because their agility just seems to be really nice on that dribble. Obviously, animations have a big factor into this game, and they have done for many, many years. Does Werner have that agility dribble style animation? No, he's a quick player who absolutely bombs it, and to be honest, most of the defenders can't catch him, which is always nice. In terms of everything else about him, cracking shooting, can't argue with that. Strength is a little bit weak, which I would like to see go up with, obviously, his informed versions, his new versions. It'd be nice to see him get a few strength aggression. In terms of chem style, we're looking mainly at sniper, because obviously that's changed this year. That would get his physicals up, because passing wise, he's got 78 short. You don't really need anything more than that for a striker. You want him scoring goals. With the sniper as well, it doesn't get up his finishing, which is a bit debatable. You could go with, obviously, the more finisher chem style that gets up the dribbling now, but get his finishing up to 99. That will turn him into an 89 rated striker. But I feel like the sniper adds that, like I say, the strength, the aggression, that goes up by +5 and +10. So for me, it all depends on what you want as your striker. A bit stronger with a little bit less finishing, which, to be honest, will it make that much of a difference? that's pretty much up for you to decide. I like the finisher aspect. I feel like at the minute, because some players don't necessarily have the game down in terms of what you actually need to do in dribbling. Do you want to jockey your defender? Do you want to bring him back? Custom tactics. You can kind of get away with being a little bit more basic. As we get into the coming weeks, that's when you're going to really need to decide to be more tactical. Will the strength then add another aspect to him? It all depends on what you play like. But overall, I'm really happy with this card. Price-wise is a little bit steep, but in terms of ability, is really good. Great pace, great shooting. Strength, a little bit lacking. Dribbling's nice, just not quite the agile type of dribbling. And then, other than that, he scores goals. So let's get into the end review and see what Werner has done. So going into the overall then for Werner, as you can see, we are now on Futbin. Personally, price tag is very, I want to see actually, is very, very steep. Similar strikers, Calvert-Lewin's not a bad one at all. Obviously, he doesn't quite compare to a Werner, and you've got to remember that this is a card that can go up. All of these are static at where they are. This is a card that can potentially go up to a 95 if it really wanted to. Obviously, it depends on him, but it's always paying for that price to always go up as such. So that's always what you got to remember. But someone like Torres, 955, obviously he is a bad example in terms of that, because he is brand new to the game. So more than likely people are going to want to have him first. If I can find Werner again. In terms of, like I say, chemistry style, we look on this chart, and I like this chart, even though it's not necessarily everybody, and some people may vote for a random one just to kind of upvote it. A lot of the time they make sense. Sniper and finisher are the two for him. Obviously that gets his physical up. You can see 87 striker. It depends on what you want. Finisher for me is quite a nice one. I like the fact he gets his dribbling up, his agility balance goes up, and whether 10 makes that much of a difference on the aggression. 5 on the strength, I feel like I could miss it to be able to get this agility up. Having 93 agility, 81 balance at the moment seems to work quite well for me. Whereas I think if I was to gonna change it and flip it, yes, you don't get the finishing, which again could have an impact. Is 5 strength worth getting rid of to get the 99 finishing and the good agility and balance? I personally think it is. Good composure, decent acceleration, good sprint speed. Yes, the 3-star skill moves isn't the greatest. The 4-star weak foot's nice. We've got the high medium, obviously only 24 years old, so he's really going to put it in this year. And I really think he is going to actually do really well. I feel like the Bundesliga players always come over to the, or have done, come over to the Prem, and they've always seen that they're not, it doesn't matter. To be fair, it's most leagues. It seems that when they come to the Prem, they're like, that's it, they're going to flop. They're not going to do it. We even had Messi the potential to join City, and everyone was saying that he wouldn't be able to do it. So it would be nice to see someone prove it wrong. Obviously, he's got to really put in a shift to be able to get this one to watch up to a 90, but that is the kind of progress that we have now. From now until the end of the year, he will go up if he manages to get a performance-based card. That also means in Europa and Champions League, when they get man of the matches, he could go up easier as well if he does well. If you get what I mean, he's only going against so many other teams, so there is chance of him going up. I feel like he has been a player that has been around a little while, since FIFA 14, back in his left mid days. We had 3 years of him as silver. He managed to get himself up to a gold there, getting the first team of the season in FIFA 17, then in 18, 19, 20, and hopefully 21. He should be a good card, and as a BPL or PL team of the season, that is very, very hard to do. So I'm very interested to see how he can go. Obviously, he brought a very good German teammate with him that gets a perfect link now, and especially seeing as though he should be getting a one to watch next week. Not a bad little duo to have, most definitely. Obviously, the icons, we've got a lot of German icons that you could link him with. Obviously, we managed to get Lahm this year. Schweinsteiger's in brand new. We've got some really big icons in the German variety. And then Premier League, Chelsea players, you know the drill. Plus, then you've got the whole of the Bundesliga. As you see in the bottom right, we've got Sane, we've got Ziyech, we've got Havertz. Overall, for me, he's a 9 out of 10. I think that one is just the fact that he's so expensive, the most expensive one to watch this week. So, very interested to see how he goes. We'll be keeping our eyes on him. Hopefully, you did enjoy the video. Let me know down below, are you getting Werner, or would you get Werner if you had an excess of, say, 900k coins and you just needed a striker? Let me know down below what you think. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you all for the next one. Peace.